A bright aerial shot moves over a modern American city before descending toward an upscale shopping mall. Luxury vehicles pull into the entrance while families walk through the glass doors. The camera follows two women approaching the same children's clothing store from opposite directions. One carries designer shopping bags, the other holds her daughter's hand and counts a few folded dollar bills. A wealthy shopper publicly humiliated a struggling mother because she could not afford a birthday dress for her daughter. Minutes later, the same woman lost an envelope containing something far more valuable than money. The mother she had mocked was the only person who found it. Would she return it or walk away and let cruelty collect its price? Before this story ends, one security recording will expose the truth, change two families, and force an entire crowd to question what real wealth actually means. Saturday morning began with a promise. 32-year-old Maya Bennett had told her daughter, Lily, that they would find something special for her 9th birthday. It did not need to be expensive. It only needed to make Lily feel beautiful. Maya had spent the previous 4 years rebuilding their lives after Lily's father left. She worked morning shifts at a small bakery and cleaned offices 3 nights a week. After rent, groceries, electricity, and transport, very little remained. But for 3 months, Maya had placed $5 at a time into a glass jar marked Lily's birthday. By the time they reached the mall, the jar had contained $87. It was not much inside a luxury shopping center. To Maya, it represented dozens of early mornings, aching feet, and meals she had quietly skipped. Lily had chosen a simple blue dress displayed online by a store called Bellamy Children's Boutique. The website showed it on sale for $79. Maya had checked the price twice before making the journey, but when they entered the store, the sale sign was gone. A small white label now read $129.99. Maya stared at it. Then she checked her phone. The online listing had expired at midnight. Lily noticed the silence. "Mom, it's okay," she whispered. "We can look somewhere else." Maya smiled, but disappointment had already reached her daughter's face. She approached the sales counter and politely asked whether the store could honor the online price. The employee, Sophia Ramirez, checked the computer. The system would not allow it without a manager's approval. The manager was dealing with another customer. That customer was Victoria Langford, and she had heard every word. Victoria Langford was accustomed to being noticed. She arrived wearing an ivory designer suit, gold jewelry, and sunglasses that remained on long after she entered the building. 2 employees followed her carrying several bags. Her teenage daughter, Chloe, stood nearby, scrolling through her phone. Victoria was not merely shopping, she was preparing for a charity gala where she would receive an award for community leadership. A photographer was scheduled to meet her at the mall. Her image mattered. So did being treated as the most important person in every room. When Maya repeated her request, Victoria laughed softly. It was quiet enough to pretend it had been accidental, but loud enough for everyone nearby to hear. Then she turned toward Maya. "If $79 is difficult," she said, "perhaps this isn't the right store for you." The boutique went silent. Maya's face tightened. Lily moved closer to her mother. Sophia looked uncomfortable, but said nothing. Victoria continued. "Children should learn early that we cannot always have things simply because we want them." It sounded like advice, but her expression made the intention clear. She was not teaching Lily. She was humiliating Maya. Chloe finally looked up from her phone. "Mom, stop," she said. Victoria ignored her. She removed a black credit card and placed it on the counter. She announced she would take the blue dress and the white one beside it. The blue dress was the same one Lily had hoped to buy. Victoria did not need it. Chloe had already said she disliked it. But Victoria purchased it anyway. Lily fought back tears. Maya thanked Sophia for checking the price and guided her daughter toward the exit. Behind them, Victoria spoke loudly enough to be heard. "Some people need to stop expecting the world to rescue them." Maya stopped for half a second. Then she kept walking. She refused to let her daughter's birthday become a public argument. But the incident had been witnessed by more people than Victoria realized. A customer was recording a video near the store entrance, and above them, The mall's security cameras had captured everything. 20 minutes later, Maya and Lily sat near the food court. Maya bought one small lemonade and asked for 2 cups. She apologized for the dress. Lily shook her head. "You saved all that money for me," she said. "That's better than a dress." Maya looked away before her daughter could see her eyes filling with tears. Across the mall, Victoria prepared for her photograph. She handed her assistant several bags and removed a cream-colored envelope from her handbag. Inside were confidential documents connected to her late father's estate. There was also a handwritten letter he had left before his death. Victoria had carried it for almost a year without opening it. That afternoon, she planned to meet her family attorney after the charity event. The envelope also contained a flash drive with legal documents and an original signed certificate needed to complete the transfer of a community property valued at more than $2 million. It was irreplaceable without months of legal work. Victoria placed the envelope beneath her phone while adjusting her coat. Then, an employee called her name. She picked up the phone. The envelope remained on the bench. A passing child accidentally knocked it to the floor. Nobody noticed. Several minutes later, Maya and Lily walked through the same corridor. Lily saw it first. "Mom, someone dropped this." Maya picked it up. The name Victoria Langford was embossed across the front. She immediately recognized it. The woman who had mocked her. The woman who had bought Lily's dress simply to prove she could. Maya looked toward the boutique. Victoria was gone. Lily stared at the envelope. "What are we going to do?" Maya did not answer immediately. For the first time that day, the decision belonged entirely to her. Maya could have left the envelope on the bench. She could have handed it to a random employee and walked away. She could have opened it, photographed the contents, or allowed it to disappear into the crowd. Nobody would have blamed her for refusing to help the woman who had just embarrassed her daughter. But Maya saw Lily watching. This was no longer about Victoria. It was about the lesson Lily would remember. Maya knelt beside her. "What she did was wrong," she said, "but we don't become wrong just because someone else was cruel first." They carried the envelope to the nearest security desk. Officer Daniel Brooks asked where they found it. Maya explained. He examined the name and called mall management. At that moment, a frantic woman approached from the opposite side. Victoria. Her controlled appearance had vanished. She was opening shopping bags, searching her handbag, and questioning employees. When she saw Maya standing beside security, suspicion immediately crossed her face. Officer Brooks raised one hand. "Ma'am," he said, "she brought the envelope to us." Victoria stopped. The accusation died before she could complete it. Lily watched silently. Maya handed the envelope to the officer rather than directly to Victoria. "Please check that everything is still inside," she said. Victoria tore it open. The documents were untouched, the flash drive remained sealed, and beneath them was the letter from her father. For a moment, she appeared relieved, then embarrassed. But she did not apologize. She simply held the envelope against her chest and said, "Well, at least someone found it." Maya looked at her. "No," she replied calmly. "My daughter found it." Victoria believed the moment was over. It was not. By early afternoon, a video recorded near Bellamy Children's Boutique had appeared online. The clip showed Victoria laughing at Maya. It captured her remark about the store not being right for people who could not afford it. It showed Lily's expression as Victoria purchased the blue dress. The video lasted 47 seconds. Within 2 hours, it had been viewed more than 50,000 times. By evening, it had crossed 500,000. Viewers identified Victoria as the incoming recipient of the Langford Community Leadership Award. Comments flooded the charity's social media accounts. People questioned why someone being honored for compassion had publicly degraded a struggling parent. Mall security had recorded the later encounter at the desk. The footage showed Maya returning the envelope. It also captured Victoria beginning to accuse her before learning the truth. The mall did not publicly release the recording, but Victoria's own assistant, who had witnessed both incidents, resigned that evening. She then confirmed to the charity board that the video had not been misleadingly edited. The board called an emergency meeting. Victoria's award was suspended pending review. Sponsors began asking questions. Her public image, carefully built through donations and photographs, was collapsing because of a conversation that had lasted less than 2 minutes. That night, Victoria sat alone in her home office. The designer bags remained unopened. The blue dress lay across a chair. For the first time, she opened her father's letter. He had written it during the final weeks of his life. The words were simple. He reminded Victoria that their family had not always been wealthy. Her grandfather had repaired shoes. Her grandmother had cleaned hotel rooms. Never allow comfort to erase the memory of struggle, he wrote. The moment you believe wealth makes you better than another person, you have misunderstood everything I tried to build. Victoria read the sentence twice, then again. The envelope Maya returned had contained more than legal documents. It contained a warning written by the one person whose opinion Victoria still feared disappointing. The following morning, Victoria visited the bakery listed on Maya's work badge. She arrived without a photographer, without an assistant, and without designer bags. Maya was arranging bread behind the counter when she saw her. Her expression became guarded. Victoria placed the unopened blue dress on the counter. "I came to apologize," she said. Maya did not touch the dress. Victoria continued, "What I said was cruel. And when I saw you with the envelope, I assumed the worst. You had every reason to walk away, but you didn't." Maya listened, then she asked one question. "Are you sorry because you hurt us or because the video hurt you?" Victoria had prepared several sentences. None could answer that. After a long silence, she said, "At first it was because of the video." Maya nodded. Victoria looked down. "But then, I read something my father left me, and I realized the video only showed people who I already was. That answer was not perfect, but it was honest." Maya accepted the apology without pretending the harm had disappeared. "I don't want the dress," she said. An apology could not purchase forgiveness, and generosity offered only after public humiliation could easily become another performance. Victoria's daughter, Chloe, had witnessed everything. She had watched her mother ridicule Maya, she had seen the video spread, and she had heard Victoria blame employees, strangers, and social media before finally accepting responsibility. Chloe made her own decision. She returned both dresses to the boutique. With the refund, she purchased gift cards from several affordable children's stores and delivered them anonymously to a local family shelter. One employee recognized her. The story reached Maya through Sophia, the boutique employee who had been too frightened to intervene. Sophia also apologized. "I should have said something," she admitted. "I knew it was wrong." Maya told her that silence often feels safe in the moment, but it can make cruelty appear acceptable. Sophia later proposed that the store create a policy allowing managers to honor recently expired online promotions in hardship situations. The boutique approved it. The charity board did not restore Victoria's award. Instead, it redirected the ceremony toward frontline community workers. The organization also required board members to complete ethics and dignity training. Victoria resigned from her leadership position. Real change is rarely proven by one speech. It is measured through behavior repeated long after attention disappears. Over the following months, Victoria quietly transferred ownership of the community property mentioned in her father's documents to a nonprofit housing trust. The project created temporary apartments for mothers rebuilding their lives after financial crisis. She did not name the building after herself. She named it the Eleanor House, after her grandmother, the hotel cleaner whose struggles she had nearly forgotten. Maya was offered a position on the project's community advisory group. She accepted only after confirming it was paid work rather than symbolic publicity. The income allowed her to stop cleaning offices at night. For the first time in years, she could eat dinner with Lily every evening. The confirmed events within this fictional story are simple. Maya entered a mall hoping to purchase a birthday dress for her daughter. Victoria judged her by the money she did not have. She publicly humiliated her and used a purchase to demonstrate power. Minutes later, Victoria lost an envelope containing documents and a final letter from her father. Lily found it. Maya returned it untouched. Security footage and a witness recording exposed both encounters. But the most important consequence was not public embarrassment. It was the moment Lily watched her mother choose honesty over revenge. Maya could not control how Victoria treated her. She could control what her daughter learned from it. The rich woman possessed the money. The poor mother possessed the integrity. And when circumstances tested both women, only one understood that character is revealed most clearly when we believe nobody important is watching. Karma did not come because the universe magically punished Victoria. It came because actions create witnesses. Words create memories. Cameras preserve moments. And eventually, the person we pretend to be must answer for the person we are when status makes us feel untouchable. Victoria recovered her envelope, but she lost the version of herself that had never been challenged. Maya left the mall without the dress. Yet she gave Lily something far more enduring. Proof that dignity cannot be priced and kindness does not require weakness. If you enjoyed this investigation, subscribe to Mysterious Crime, like this video, share it with someone who loves documentaries, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next investigation. Every mystery has a story.